Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine with this week's web fishing report. I'd like to begin things this week with some news on the pending world record blackfish that was landed by Fisherman contributor Ken Westerfeld back in January. Well, we can now refer to the catch as the official world record blackfish, as the IGFA confirmed Ken's catch last week. Congrats once again on the awesome catch, and I look forward to fishing with Ken later this year. Also on the blackfish news front, the Recreational Fishing Alliance of Connecticut is working with the Connecticut DEEP to implement a tagging program during the 2015 spring and early summer closed tautog seasons. The goal of the program is to understand the migration patterns, movement of fish between New York and Connecticut and Rhode Island waters, as well as the stock status of Long Island Sound. Interested anglers should contact Jack Conway at CTJackC@gmail.com to express interest in participating in the tagging study. For more details on the program, check out the full story at thefisherman.com. Moving on to the reports, expectedly the best bet in Connecticut right now is striped bass fishing in and around the larger tidal rivers across the state. While most of the fish are in the 5 to 15 pound class, some larger fish are in the mix. A few of the boaters working the Connecticut River have been finding bass to about 25 pounds by day, fishing with large Danny plugs, and surfcaster Mike Benziger landed a 36-pounder over the weekend while fishing in an undisclosed spot in the Sound. Over in Rhode Island, striped bass are also garnering the majority of the fishing reports, but the big news of the week is that the first keeper fluke of the season was caught aboard the Francis Fleet this past weekend. Commercial boats off of Block continue to bring fluke back to the dock, so there are fish making their way from the deep waters to the inshore grounds. Francis Fleet also started their spring squid trips this past weekend and reports finding decent numbers of squid for this being the early part of the run. They also ran into a ton of sand eels as well as herring out on the ground, so there's plenty of bait around right now. Then up in Massachusetts, as I noted in last week's report, I fished with Captain Jason Colby of Little Sister Charters for my first flounder trip of the year on Tuesday. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't conducive to early season fishing, as it was a steady morning of rain and overcast skies which slowed the bite, but we still managed to boat 4 solid keepers to 17 inches as well as a few shorts and some mixed bottom dwellers. Jason reports that by Sunday this past weekend, he had a dozen keepers on the boat, and I'll be back up in the Boston Harbor area this coming Saturday as part of the 7th annual Zobo Flounder Fishing Derby presented by Fishing Fanatics. If you're interested in fishing the tournament as well, you can check out the calendar of events listing at thefisherman.com or click on the YouTube card in the upper right-hand corner of the video right now. So there you have it. That's this week's fishing report. I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines on the water.
To receive the latest fishing reports, subscribe to the Fisherman's YouTube page. Click subscribe, then click the settings button and check Send Me Updates. You'll now receive notifications of the latest Fisherman YouTube videos and reports. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you've checked Send Me Updates in the settings so you receive the latest notifications.